Alright, so I want to talk about something that I consider is a hidden cancer amongst men, and that is approval seeking. Now, before you turn this video off and go, oh, I've got approval seeking covered, I know about that, I know what that is, got that one handled. I consider that there is multiple levels to approval seeking, and most guys, if they even get past the first one, they stick at that. And they don't realise there's this whole other web below it that needs negotiating. So at the end of this video, I'm going to present an approval seeking audit, which you'll be able to go through just to find out where you're at and if you need to do anything about this. So very quickly, what is approval seeking? Well, you probably know already, but approval seeking is any time you're essentially saying to someone, please like me, or please don't disapprove of me. So you may be doing certain behaviors like buying a woman lots of drinks, buying her lots of expensive dinners, buying her gifts in the hope that she will respond and go, okay, I like you now. Or maybe you're acting shy because you don't want to share your real self because you're scared that if you do, she'll disapprove of you. Either way, this is approval seeking. So what we find is a man's first port of call when he's maybe in his early years of trying to meet women and date them is to go down this road of behaviour of like trying to do loads of cool stuff to impress her, trying to buy her dinner, trying to show what a lovely, nice stand-up guy he is, and then hopefully she'll like him in return. And generally he doesn't get much back from this. He doesn't get much success. Even if he's got lots of money and he maybe gets some girls in his life, he finds that they tend to take advantage of him. You know, they stick around for as long as the money's there and then they're gone. And not surprisingly, he gets pretty sick of this. So he goes online and he Googles how to meet women or how to pick up women, and he finds all this stuff, all this great advice about how he needs to be an alpha male, and he needs to say this and he needs to do that, because women want a strong man, women want an alpha male who they can respect. Women want a man who's not needy. So he learns to become a leader and show around and go, okay, we're going to go here today, and okay, we're going to sit over there, let's go over there, let's do this, let's do that. And he learns to act non-needy, which in pickup terms means acting aloof, what I call he who loves least controls a relationship. So he pretends like he's not interested, he pretends he doesn't care, acts all non-needy, so he can portray himself as this alpha guy who doesn't give a fuck. Now this kind of behaviour will undoubtedly get him more success than he got with the sort of simpering, let me buy you stuff to impress you behaviour. But what the guys tend to miss is often they stick on this level. They're like, okay, I'm an alpha male now and I'm not seeking approval, I'm cool. And they get a certain amount of success and a certain level of girls liking them, but they can often never get beyond that sort of level. And they kind of go, well, I'm doing all right now, I guess that'll do. And what they miss is the fact that they are still approval seeking. So they may be able to fool some women and some people in general into thinking they're not an approval seeking guy. But deep down they are still that shy guy. They're still that insecure boy who's like, please like me, please like me. Still a 5-year-old jumping up and down going, mommy, mommy, look, I'm jumping up and down, look at me. And mum's like, oh, okay, great, that's really good, that's really great. They're still that guy. They're still wanting to be liked. They're still wanting the approval. But all they've done is they've substituted a less productive set of behaviours to achieve that aim for a more productive set of behaviours. Then maybe the guy decides to move past pickup tricks and techniques, and he decides he needs to learn natural game. I need to learn to be myself and just let myself out there. So he does that. Maybe he then progresses from that and he comes into spirituality and he learns to transcend the ego and to become fully present in the moment so you can connect with the person in front of you. Now this stuff is great and I totally endorse it, but if you're in that place right now, and a lot of guys are in that place right now where they think, I'm not approval seeking, I'm transcending the ego and I am fully present and I'm meditating every day. But are you doing that from a place of, this is who I am, this is just who I am and I'm expressing it? Or are you doing it as going, I am expressing who I am becoming more spiritual and transcending the ego because I think it will give me greater success with women? Because if you're still in that place, guess what? You're still that same guy buying the girls dinners and spending lots of money on them and becoming this compliment giving guy constantly in the hope that you'll get their approval. So how do you figure out which one of these places you're in? Well, what I want you to do is, for the next week, I want you to just do a little audit on yourself. Just have a bit of self-awareness and notice anytime you're in conversation, it doesn't have to be with a girl, it could be with a guy, it could be with your mum and dad, with your best friend, someone you just met, cashier at the supermarket, whatever. Just notice any time where you feel like, oh, I shouldn't say that, or I don't want to say that because it's going to portray me in a way that I don't want to be portrayed as, or I want to say this, or I'm going to say this, I'm going to act in this way, I'm going to stand in this way, I'm going to stand like in a big alpha male way, taking up lots of space because that's what an alpha male does. I'm going to stand in this way because that's going to portray me in a certain way. And notice all the times when you have the motivation deep down to say or do things to make you appear in a certain way, because that is coming from a place of approval seeking versus just expressing who you are and how you feel in that moment. Alright, so let's say you've done the audit. Maybe you've been able to just sit there and think about this as you've done this video, and you can kind of think back in the last week or general situations that you get involved in and think, oh, I do this all the time actually. And you go, well, alright, smart guy, how do I get over this? Well, I actually offer a free call where I'll sit with you on Skype for around 45 minutes and we'll go through your deep motivations and come up with a plan for how to get past this, because what you want is to just feel comfortable enough to lose that anxiety, lose all that pressure about having to act in a certain way and be a certain person to get women, and just know that you can literally express who you are deep down and put that out there, and that's fine, and know that a certain type of woman will connect, a certain woman will connect with you and certain ones won't, and be okay with that. But this isn't actually something that happens overnight. It takes you time to get to this place. So you need a plan to get past this. Just learning more pickup stuff, learning more behaviours ain't going to help you. Because all pickup teaches you is just how to fix the symptoms rather than the underlying cause. It's like saying, I've got a broken leg. Okay, hop around on the other one if you want to get anywhere. If you want to walk around, just hop around the other one, you'll get there. Yes, you will, but it doesn't fix your broken leg, does it? So if you want to fix a broken leg, come to me and I can help you out. Just go to the link that's somewhere below or on this video, wherever it is, and there's an application form you have to fill out, and you can then book a slot in my diary. But warning, I don't actually accept many guys through the application form. Reason being that there's only a certain number of guys I can actually help, because most people aren't ready to be helped, and you can appreciate there's only one of me and I only have so much time in my calendar. So if you're at a point where you're ready to be helped and you're ready to do the work yourself, because I can't just magically fix you, I don't have magic pills to offer, I can't just go, okay, I'll tell you this one magic thing and you're fixed. It is going to require your work on your part. If you understand this, I'm willing to help you out. If not, hey, I respect where you're at and come to me when you're ready. But regardless, do the approval seeking audit, because it gives you a lot more awareness about what you're doing and where you're going wrong.